Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at the state of altcoins using the Bitcoin dominance chart. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Well, the trend is still down. Okay, when we look at the peak of January 3rd, we see that uh, Bitcoin dominance is dropping. However, the angle of the drop is becoming less and less steep. We actually see ourselves starting to taper out, much like, but with a drop. We're starting to move more or less sideways ever since we got in between the second and third band here on January 30th. We see that the last 4 days Bitcoin has been outpacing alts, or more or less not bleeding as much as them. And because of today, we see Bitcoin going over $50,000. Uh, Bitcoin dominance is up now. And when we look at the state of altcoins, they're bleeding, whether that's Ethereum against Bitcoin, Link against Bitcoin, Uniswap against Bitcoin, etc. Um, Looking at this, it doesn't occur, perceive, like, I don't perceive it to be a reversal just yet. I mean, we saw something similar when we saw the drop here. We saw it taper off, and then it ultimately came back as a reversal. Um, we are currently in like this area here, for example, if patterns are anything, um, and it could come back up. I don't think it. I still don't yet think it will. Currently, with the state of altcoins, however, if Bitcoin goes into price discovery mode, expect this to come back up to some degree, and that is what's currently happening. The last video I said it's not if this then that. It's more so things shift of more probable or less probable um, on a relative scale. And I would say the same thing with Bitcoin dominance. That the likelihood is becoming more probable of Bitcoin dominance continuing to move up if Bitcoin stays above $50,000, and if we start going to price discovery mode and everyone wants to pile in on the Bitcoin run, that will cause the dominance to come back up. To which level? I can't tell you. I'm sorry. It could be we could see something similar in this region here, like what we saw in the past, where we saw Bitcoin come up here and then ultimately dominance came back down. We could come back up here and just trade within this range here for a number of weeks. Or this could just be a continuation of the downside. It could be any one of those. But the likelihood of the possibility of Bitcoin dominance coming up is becoming more probable due to the price action of Bitcoin. And that's something that we have to be uh, mindful of. Now, is there a spot, for example, for all of you who have heavy altcoin positions? Is there a moment in time where I would entertain the thought of letting go some of my altcoin positions? Yeah, there might be, and one of them is if if Bitcoin comes crashing down back to the 20 week and ultimately closes below, that's when I would be getting rid of some of my positions. Probably BAT, basic attention token, VeChain, my Celsius token I'd probably let go. Uniswap I would hold, Chainlink I would hold, and I would be selling portions of my Ethereum, but keeping some Ethereum with me. Um, and then ultimately selling my Bitcoin. Ultimately, if it does crash, it's not only altcoins that I'd be letting go of. I'd just be reducing the overall size of my portfolio. If if Bitcoin continues up, then I'll hold my altcoins. I will hold every single one of them. Um, the there would be a point though, I think, with the more risky assets like basic attention token or VeChain, if we're unable to, for example, with BAT, break through this trading channel in a timely fashion, it becomes an idea of, well, my holdings in back could have been doing better somewhere else. And if that something else is Bitcoin, then I'm doing something wrong. And that's just my perspective on it. So either of those scenarios are far, far away. Okay, at the time being, I'm holding my positions. Um, I'm, I've, as you know, I've already sold a position on my Chainlink, Uniswap, and VeChain, of like a number of days ago when it was a lot higher on its Bitcoin valuation. Um, I, I s- had stops in place where they got triggered and sold a part of my position. So if and I would do the same with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin continues to go up, I'll be starting to sell off more and more of my position. So at the moment right now, it's kind of a no trend scenario. The overall trend is still down, like what we see here. It's clearly going down, but time will tell if this is beginning to taper off and start move sideways. We have to then reassess, see where Bitcoin is in relation to its 20 week, how high it is above its 20 week, um, and the volatility of Bitcoin, and we can then assess the state of altcoins then, and base our decisions from that. For the time being, keep an eye on Bitcoin. Unfortunately, with altcoins, it's right now it's kind of the show is paused at the moment. Bitcoin is the star of the show, breaking $50,000 today again, and now we're currently trading over it. If it continues any further, expect your altcoin positions to bleed, and therefore seeing the Bitcoin dominance go up. That's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.